Next up at UFC San Antonio, we have Manuel Torres taking on Trey Ogden. Manuel Torres 13-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that first round knockout over Frank Camacho. He's taking on Trey Ogden, 16-5 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, and he's coming off his first UFC win. Manuel Torres, well-rounded guy, has dangerous striking, dangerous grappling. Striking's not technical, but he uses his knees in the clinch really well, and he just loves bombing away at legs and heads with his kicks. He's a long, skinny guy, and he does a really good job working with that. What are you laughing at? This comment?
Of me, dude, if you could see, I don't know if you can see my eyes in the replay, but I read the comment, and then I look at him, and he's just like...
Yeah. So this funny. Is the comment. Trey looks like someone just flashed him their dude.
And so then I read that, and I look straight at Trey, and he's just looking at the camera, just like...
It is a rough look. And Trey is an athletic grappler. He's got solid takedowns, decent power in his hands. He's definitely a grappler. But if you run through his tape, you'll see that some of those submission wins were started by knockdowns. Cracks people, they get wobbled, they get knocked down, then he'll pounce on them, grab a neck, make something happen. Coming off that win over Daniel Zellhuber, where he was only 1 for 9 in takedowns. And that is why this is a tricky breakdown, because I think Manuel Torres is going to be the more successful guy in the feet. I think Manuel Torres is going to give Trey a very hard time on his feet. He's going to use the length well, keep Trey away. If I didn't just watch Trey get shut down 8 times in takedown attempts in his last fight, I'd be like, Trey's definitely going to win. But he was shut down 8 times in that fight looking for takedowns. So I got to go with Manuel here because, Trey just showed us he struggles with some of these takedowns, but this is another one of those. I mentioned there's a lot of mid-sized favorites. Manuel Torres being one of them. The line has tightened, but Manuel Torres being one of them, where Trey Ogden could absolutely 100% come out here, and all of a sudden he does get those takedowns going, and he'll win this fight. So Manuel's going to be the pick because he is long. He uses that well. I think his striking is going to be an issue for Trey. But honestly, prop bet-wise, I might wait till Friday. We've had a lot of success with Bet Online with the more takedowns. We'll go ahead and throw something on Trey Ogden to get more takedowns. We'll see what that line is when that drops. What do you think, Jakey boy?
The biggest question mark for this fight is Manuel Torres. Here's a favorite that should win this fight. I agree. I think he should win this fight. But he's been in 15 fights, and 14 of them have ended in the first round. So, yes, he should win, but if Trey Ogden is tough enough and hangs in there, we have no idea what's going to happen in the second or third rounds. We have no idea if if he's got the mental fortitude, if he's got the endurance, the cardio, what he's going to do in that second round. So that's like the biggest question mark to me, because I think he should kind of dominate this fight. You mentioned Trey Ogden needs to wrestle. I think he absolutely needs to wrestle to win, because when he's striking, he's a little flat-footed, his head's on the center line, and he keeps his hands up. When you watch Manuel Torres, he loves when people don't move their head and keep their hands up, because he throws these hooks that he has the placement on them. Instead of landing on the hands, it's right behind the hands, and he lands on your ears and above your ears every single time he throws these hooks, and that's what puts people down. That's how he's able to get those finishes. He also has submission finishes in there as well. So I think Trey Ogden is in big, big danger on the feet. But if he's able to survive, maybe he's able to just hold him against the fence, get out of the first round. There's just so many question marks that, Manuel Torres should win. If you're going to play him, it's probably more of a first-round play than just a money line. Get better value, because after that, you don't know what's going to happen. So Manuel's the play, but even like a money line is like, you don't know what's going to happen after 5 minutes.
I agree. We've got a bunch of bets going for premium members. A lot of them are props and round bets, because the money lines are super tricky this week.
He could end up being, minus 140 for a guy that's got 13 first round finishes.
Yeah,
it's like that seems like it's pretty good value, but once you start moving up the ranks, man, those first round finishes are no longer there. You know what I mean?
And we've seen a lot of guys break. We've seen a lot of guys that can't get past that, can't get their wheels going, and then all of a sudden they fold. I actually talk about that in another fight that we'll break down in a little bit, that he could just take whatever you give him. He could just take whatever you give him, and then people tend to get frustrated with that. You hit somebody as hard as you can, it doesn't work. You're like, oh shit, now what? So we'll see what happens here. But Manuel Torres, if you are on his side, $8,500 in DraftKings will be phenomenal money. Just like Jacob said, this is the type of guy, put up big-ass numbers, will make something happen, can do a first-round finish if history repeats itself. If not, well, he's going to get taken down, held down. I do think he'll get it done. Trey Ogden has been finished. He's not like the toughest guy that's ever existed.
Whoa.
But if his wrestling gets going, gonna be some problems for Manny.
Who is the toughest guy that ever existed, do you think?
Toughest guy that's ever in MMA or in history?
Probably Jesus.
He rose from the dead. They threw him in a cave, and then, what's up, buddies? A couple days later. That was impressive. And now I don't eat fish. Only eat fish. I don't eat meat. On Fridays. WeWantPicks.com/bets. Use our link to sign up with any one of our partners, and we'll send you 50 ducks. I said ducks instead of ducks. This is a mess.
Poultry.
Oh my God.
Poultry.
This is an absolute I don't know why this is a mess. I was prepared. I was ready to go.
I was not prepared, but it's not my fault. I'm not the one. I just can't get over it. It's just my camera feels like it's blue. Is it not blue?
Da-bo-dee, da-bo-die.